Hi everyone, back with another ukulele tutorial today. And the song I'm going to show you how to play today is Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. In this video I'll show you the chords, the melodies of each section of the song, and all of the timestamps related to those are in the description box below. I also have the PDF of the ukulele tab and a backing track for you to play along to, and you can access that via the Gumroad link in the description box below for a once-off payment of €5. So we're going to get started by looking at the intro of the song. So this close-up shot is going to be useful for showing you some of the more intricate and detailed work that's involved. But to start with, the intro is actually very simple. It uses all open strings. The original song is in D major, and I've transposed all of the ukulele tabs today to C major to sit on the ukulele more comfortably. So the intro sounds a bit like this. And how we're going to play that is we're going to pluck with our fingers on our right hand. You can do this with a pick, but I find it easier to do it with 3 alternative fingers. In traditional guitar tablature, the fingers of the right hand, or your plucking hand, are labelled as follows. We call our thumb P, we call our index finger I, we call our middle finger M, and we call our ring finger A, and we tend not to use the baby finger. So with that said, what we have is the pattern of right hand fingerings of I, P, I, M, I, P, I, P, I, M, I, P. Whereby P, or the thumb, is looking after the 4th string and remembering to count from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the thumb. The index finger, or I, is looking after the 2nd string. 1, 2. And the middle finger is looking after the 1st string, which is here. I, P, I, M, I, P, I, P, I, M, I, P. In terms of the rhythm, we're in 12/8 for this song. So we have 4 pulses per bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each of those pulses are subdivided into groups of 3. So we get ya da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next up is the chords that we see in the verse of the song. So the chords are as follows: G over C and F over C. G over C simply means that we're playing the notes of a G chord, but keeping it retaining a C note in the bass part, the lowest part. And close up, how we play those is we put our first finger on the 2nd fret on the 1st string, our 2nd finger goes on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and we play from the 3rd string down on our right hand. That's G over C. And F over C is even simpler again. We put our first finger on the 2nd string on the 1st fret, and then we leave the 1st string open, and we leave the 3rd string open, and that sounds like this. And for the rhythm, it helps to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to get the shuffle feel of a 12/8 rhythm. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now I'm going to talk you through the tonic bass pedal that happens alongside those chords we've just looked at for the verse part. So here's what it looks like on the score. We've got all open strings on the C note, which is our 3rd string, open. And the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that shuffle rhythm of the 12/8 time signature again. There is a way of playing these with the chords at the same time, but if you were in an ensemble situation and you had advanced players and beginner players, this might be the perfect part to give to somebody who's just starting out on ukulele, and they could play along with the larger ensemble. With the close-up. And what I'm doing here is I'm playing on the downbeat, I'm playing all 3, and then coming back to my tonic bass pedal rhythm. If you haven't done that before, it could take a bit of getting used to, but it's actually simpler than it might look right now. Also, just to tell you, the reason why that's called a tonic bass pedal is because we're in the key of C here, and that makes it a tonic, because our home note is going to be always called a tonic, and bass pedal simply means that it's in the bass part, and that it is played continuously against whatever other harmony is going on. So next up is our verse melody, and here's how it looks on the score. So again, because we're in C major, we can take advantage of our open strings here. So the first 2 bars of this are open, open, 7th fret, open again, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then finishing with a tied open note on the 1st string. We have a very similar pattern then on the next part. It goes open, open, 7, open, 3, 3. And then on the final part of the verse, we have, again, very similar pattern. So moving on to our chorus chords, we have the following. Starts on D minor, going to E minor, going to F, going back to E minor, and then we have a doubling up of rhythm. So D minor, E minor, F, G, and then back into our verse chords. So all of that by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll show you the close-up of that. So it's D minor, which is open on the 1st string, 1st finger on the 2nd string on the 1st fret, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and middle finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. You can also play this by just having the 1st finger and the 2nd finger on the 1st fret and the 2nd fret respectively, and just don't play the top 4th string. That can be a bit easier for again starting off. And then similarly for the E minor shape, I'll often just play this instead of the full 4 fingers. So we have 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 1st string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, 3rd finger on the 4th fret, 3rd string. And then also what I would do to make this a little bit more interesting is I would play in quavers. I would play in quavers on that 12/8 time signature. So what I'm doing here is, on my D minor shape, I do the plucking hand. You can do this either finger picking or with a plectrum. So I'll emulate a plectrum here. We go 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string. And now on to the melody that sits over those chords. So the melody is fairly straightforward. Again, lots of open strings and a lot of repetition. So we have so those 4 bars: open 7, open 3, open 7, open 3, 3 open, 7, 5, 3, open 3, open 3. And now the last phrase of the chorus melody. So again, if you had an ensemble situation, or you could take separate parts of the verse and melody and divide them up that way for a performance. So the last thing to look at is the bridge chords and the bridge melody, and we'll start with the chords. So for the first few bars, we start on the chord of F, and then this is cool rhythm in the second bar. So I'll play it full way through. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Same again. 3, 4, 1. And in the song where that leads to is the D minor section. And so on. So I'll just play all that again. F, which is open on the first finger on the second string on the first fret, open on the third, and middle finger on the fourth string on the second fret. So we have F, 2, 3, 4, and then C. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then to a G on the same rhythm, 1. So all that together, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, G. Then F again, 2, 3, 4, C, G, into D minor. And now for the melody of the bridge part. So for the first 3 bars we have the following: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we kind of have the same thing, 1. So that's a tricky bit there with the semiquavers. So just play that bar once more. It's 8, 5, 7, 5, open, 2, open. And then the last bit, same notes, just a different rhythm. And then we're into the chorus part again. So that whole melody all together is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's it for the tutorial today. I hope you've gained something of value here, and if you have, please consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when my next video is out. As always, thank you so much for watching. This has been David Kennedy, and I'll see you in the next one.